We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Good afternoon and welcome to round 11 of the RAA NPLSA here at One Solution Park for this match between FK Beograd and Campbelltown. Thank you for joining me. I'm Mark Talbot. I'm your commentator for this evening's game, and what a game we've got in store for you. We are going to quickly run through the lineups for both sides, starting with the home side in FK Beograd. Number 1, Jamie Signorello. Number 5, Cooper Nunn. Number 7, Massimo Falco. Number 8, Jason Konstandopoulos. Number 10, Anthony Trimboli. Number 14, Uday Koike. Number 15, Ethan Harrington. Number 16, Alexander Banjak. Number 17, Lorenzo Baselli. Number 20, Jared Clark and captain for today. Number 22, Fro Neonkuru. And on the bench for FK Beograd, number 6, Kristen Konstandopoulos. Number 9, Maxim Ivanic. Number 13, Sasha Lanzoni. Number 18, Riley Stam. Number 19, Christian Borghetto. And number 23, Marcus Orchard. And coaching FK Beograd, Adrian the lawyer. And your Campbelltown lineup: number 4, Alexander Desato. Number 5, Adam Liam Bruno. 6, James Boffa. Number 8, and captain Alexander Mullen. Number 10, Joshua Baresi. Number 12, Nicholas Graves. Number 14, Adam Piscineri. Number 19, James Carocci. Number 20, Matthew Santafanti. Number 22, Alessio Malisi. Number 23, Apia Kubi. And on the bench for Campbelltown, number 1, Luca Magetto. Number 2, Joshua Bracci. Number 3, Barnaby Wood. Number 7, Jack Rawson. Number 15, Anthony Piscineri. And number 16, Harvey Steele. It's a bit of a must-win game for both sides today, with Bacala currently sitting second behind Metro Stars, by trailing them by 5 points. Campbelltown in 6th position on 16 points. So a massive must-win game for both sides. FK Beograd to put some pressure on Metro Stars, who do play later this evening. Campbelltown can overtake FK Beograd. pause there for a minute silence. And as I was saying, a very important game for both sides today. Campbelltown can leapfrog FK Beograd if they can get the win today. Before this game gets underway, we can quickly go through some of the other results that have played today. Thanks to One World LED and Sportal Scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Adelaide United Youth have beat Modbury Jets 1-0. Raiders have lost to Adelaide City 2-1 with a very, very late goal there by the looks of it in the 90-plus 3 minutes. Playford losing to Adelaide Comets 1-0. And in the HPG State League 1, Adelaide Cobras 2-1 up over Cove in time added. West Adelaide and Fulham a 0-0 draw. Sturt Line beating Salisbury 3-1. Panthers getting another win. Their second of the season, beating Pontian Eagles 4-0. And Adelaide Blue Eagles beating Cumberland 4-0. And I will continue to provide some scores throughout the evening's game when I get them. And hopefully we should be in for some goals. The last two meetings between these two sides last year proved to provide goals. Round 19 last year, Campbelltown coming away with a 4-2 win at Steve Woodcock, and then in round 8 they drew 2 apiece. However, Campbelltown that day had Marino and Maury to thank for their goals. Neither of those are available today. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes as we just pause while the assistant referee fixes the net. And our man in the middle for this game is Tom Brinkworth, ably assisted by assistant referee Ellie Seaton and Zach Britton. And actually there has been another goal deep into injury time in the Cove Adelaide Cobras game and made it 2-2. So high levels of excitement over there, or should I say down south in the Cove game, as Tom gets us underway with Campbelltown in their all black strip, kicking from right to left. Here's Mullen. Lights on early as that sun sets to your right, and FK Beograd in their traditional red shirt, blue shorts, wide socks kit here at One Solution Park. Here's Boselli. Giving away the free kick there to Adam Piscineri. Mullen gets the ball moving quickly, but too quickly, and Tom Brinkworth brings that one back. And Piscineri will take this free kick and look to get it into the box. Does so. Baresi leaves that for Mullen. Mullen flicks it on Clark, clears for FK Beograd. Boffa gets there first for Campbelltown. And Neon Kuro gets the second ball, plays in Trimboli down the line. He's up against Boffa. Liam Bruno gets back and covers. Loose touch there from Trimboli and eventually goes out for a throw in. Both teams trying to get a fast start. Here's DeSato. Campbelltown missing a number of players, the likes of Maury, Marino, Maricic, just to name a few. Here's Liam Bruno. Baresi. And FK Beograd come away with that through Falco. He's able to break the line there. Continues forward, he goes wide to Trimboli. Trimboli crosses, cleared by Boffa. And Baresi will pick that one up. He beats Neon Kuru but can't beat Clark, and Clark wins the throw. FK Beograd also missing a player or two, and club captain Andoni Natsiopoulos, who's on crutches at the moment. And apologies for the wind, it is very windy here at One Solution Park. Another player is Konstantopoulos, sitting on the bench. He did come off injured in the cup midweek. in which they beat Fulham on penalties in the end. Long throw from Falco, one there by Graves. Neon Kuru gets past Karachi, can't find the pass to Trimboli. Here's Boffa. This week settling into the centre-back role. Also, Campbelltown missing by Alec. And there's a great ball there for Karachi. Karachi crosses, looks far post and finds Baresi. He hits it first time and only skews that one off the boot, and it goes over the byline for a goal kick. But fast start from both teams. Campbelltown finding themselves in a healthy position, sitting 6th, only 2 points behind FK Beograd in second. They didn't get off to the best of starts, Campbelltown, but they've turned it around. And Signorella's gone long and out of play. With Campbelltown winning their last 3 games, in around 10, 9 and 8. They won all those 3. They lost 2 on the trot in round 6 and 7. Here's Liam Bruno, finds Apia Kubi. He finds Baresi. Baresi on the left, hits it. And it trickles through to Jamie Signorello in goal for FK Beograd. Two of the form sides here today. I say Campbelltown 3 in a row. And FK Beograd having won 4 in a row. Liam Bruno does well there and eventually comes away with it, asking the ref where the free kick is. Here's Centofanti. He goes long, looking for Bracey, but Harrington wins that on the far side. Here's Apia Kubi, and Baresi hits it, and Signorello makes the save. And Baresi's able to get the ball first and crosses. Looking for Mullen. Mullen competes against none, but there's a clash of heads. Both players down, and both trainers will get on as quickly as they can for that clash of heads. Always a dangerous ball into the box when you've got the likes of Alex Mullen hunting around that box for anything to come in the air. And in this case, he certainly felt the brunt of that, and so did Cooper Nunn. So both players down, just getting some treatment at the moment. Cooper Nunn's been an absolute wall for FK Beograd this season. His partnership with Banjak has been brilliant. As they've only conceded 14 goals in their 11 games. And equal third with Comets. They've scored 18, so they'd probably like to have scored a few more, but they are finding their feet in front of goal. Whereas Campbelltown, they've conceded a 22. They're only above Para Hills in terms of goals conceded. So it's a high number for Dan Mullen. He certainly won't be happy with that, but something they can work on. As we see, Mullen is back to his feet. As it does look like possibly a head cut there for Nunn. He is holding something to his head, so we'll keep an eye on that one as Mullen makes his way off this near side. Dare say he'll be back on, but we'll keep an eye on him. And we'll keep an eye on Cooper Nunn as well and just see how he goes. And there's a thumbs up from Alex Mullen to say he's all good. You probably just heard Daniel Mullen asking how he is. Signorello will take the free kick and get the ball rolling again. Signorello goes long for FK Beograd, looking for Trimboli. He loses out to Graves, but does go out for a throw-in. We're just keeping an eye on Cooper Nunn as Jared Clark sits into that centre-back role for the time being, and Kristen Konstantopoulos will warm up on the sideline. Liam Bruno cuts it out for a throw into FK Beograd. And Cooper Nunn is back on his feet jogging, so that must be a good sign, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Here's Falco. He finds Trimboli with the throw. Mullen wins that tackle. The ball goes out for another throw. As Cooper Nunn looks like he's good to go back on. And he's straight back on, which is great news for FK Beograd. From a defensive standpoint, like I said, him and Banjak have created a great partnership. Here is Banjak with the long throw. He'll look for Trimboli. Trimboli gets up, but that's a foul. Hands in the back of Graves. And Santafanti will get the ball rolling again for Campbelltown. He goes long, looking for Graves, and Falco wins that one. Here's Liam Bruno. Mullen. Way back to Boffa. He goes inside to Karachi. Finds Apia Kubi, who gets the flick on for Karachi. He's able to get down that line and does so. Cuts back on his left. Goes back inside to Mullen. He looks for Apia Kubi, and he gets there before Banjak. No, Harrington, sorry, on that far side. And eventually wins the throw. Malisi makes his way down for the throw. He finds Baresi. He turns inside but is cleared by Harrington. Challenge between Graves and Neon Kuru, and Campbelltown win the second ball. Here's Mullen, Baresi. Mullen looking for Baresi, but Clark said to cut that one out, and Mullen gets a shot away straight to Signorello. Falco mishits that, and Piscineri cuts it out. He's pressured by Clark. Liam Bruno comes away with it, falls kindly for him there, and he's able to cross and does so. And here's Apia Kubi, just cannot get his feet sorted. It goes all the way through to Karachi. He in turn looks for Mullen, but it's played in behind him. And here's Neon Kuru. He looks to release Baselli, but Boffa cuts that one out. Malisi is able to get control and put his foot on it. Plays through Piscineri. Liam Bruno. Campbell's happy to play back if needed and keep the ball moving. Here's DeSato. He goes long looking for Apia Kubi. He wins it and finds Graves. Graves is tracked back by Neon Kuru. And Falco comes away with it. He goes back to Signorello, and FK Beograd will now have the opportunity to build and keep the ball. Cooper Nunn. He goes wide to Koike. Here's Konstantopoulos. He goes line looking for Trimboli, and he leaves it and gets past DeSato. Liam Bruno tracks him but can't get there. He looks to shoot but hits that one over the bar. Probably on his non-preferred right foot there for Trimboli. But good play there from FK Beograd, turning the ball from back to front quite quickly. Santafanti, Campbelltown goalkeeper, goes long looking for Baresi, but won by none, and here's Koike. He's unable to turn as Malisi's very tight, and Malisi wins it and finds Baresi. Baresi then finds Karachi down the line. He looks to beat Nunn with pace, but Nunn beautifully slide tackles and takes the ball away and deals with this problem straight away. He goes long looking for Trimboli, but he's against 2v1, and Trimboli ends up winning it. And if Tom Brinkworth there finds the handball from Boffa. Very unintentional handball there, but spotted, and there was no advantage. And this will allow FK Beograd to send their tall timber up. When you've got the likes of Clark, Banjak, Nunn and Trimboli, who have all got a bit of height to them. Konstantopoulos will look for one of them. He goes long. Banjak wins the first one and unable to get that back into the centre, and it goes out for a goal kick. And what is a great night for football. It's just a little bit windy, but it won't be affecting the players too much. DeSato goes long looking for Baresi, but he's overhit that, and Banjak wins the head. Here's Clark. Graves wins it off him, and he finds Apia Kubi. He's surrounded by FK Beograd players, but does well to find Baresi. He finds Graves. They're able to slow it down and find some space with Piscineri. And they'll keep the ball moving. They find Mullen in space in between the lines. He loses out to Koike, who will look to release Trimboli and does so. Trimboli up against DeSato. 1v1 in the box. Gets onto his left, cuts back onto his right and hits it. And it just goes over the bar. Santafanti had to reach for it. And in the end, he didn't get a touch, but it just went over the bar. Another good opportunity there for probably the FK Beograd's first real shot at goal, an opportunity. Campbelltown have probably had a couple more shots, but they've been very tame, and Siguralla's been able to deal with them. Looks that Santafanti will go long, and does. Won by none. Koike then flicks it onto Baselli. There's a player that FK Beograd would really want to get on the ball a lot more. He's hasn't had a chance to impact the game just yet, but we have seen what he can do. Harrington on the far side for the throw. Apia Kubi wins it and gives it to Baresi, gets it back and plays a nice 1-2. Here's Baresi, back to Apia Kubi, but Falco cuts that one out and he comes away with it. Here's Neon Kuru. Konstantopoulos goes inside and cut out by Graves, and that's a free kick. Here's Boffa, Piscineri, DeSato. Finds Graves. That Graves is able to turn, but then cut out by Falco. And Mullen's able to win it back for Campbelltown. Get the ball moving through Boffa. Here's Baresi. Mullen. Boffa goes long looking for Liam Bruno and finds him. He gets the head, but only as far as Falco. Falco's able to come away with it, and he releases Konstantopoulos on this near side, just in front of me here. And Graves gets the challenge. And then Falco does well to win it back for FK Beograd. Here's Konstantopoulos. And he can't find Falco. Here's Baresi, right on the touchline, right on the sideline. It's a battle between him and Neon Kuru. And Graves eventually just puts his boot through it. And it goes all the way through to Harrington for FK Beograd. FK Beograd able to start again. Here's Banjak. Line to Falco. He goes inside to Nyankuru. Nyankuru will switch it. It's behind Koike, but he's able to keep it in. And Harrington underlaps him and looks for the ball wide, but Koike comes inside, does very well and finds Baselli in some space. He's able to almost get forward, and eventually Piscineri wins the free kick. As we go into the 19th minute of this round 11 RA NPLSA clash between FK Beograd and Campbelltown. Centre front, he goes long, looking for Karachi, but Harrington wins that one. Here's Malisi and Clark battling it out, and Malisi wins the throw-in. FK Beograd juniors making plenty of noise on that far side, as they did the last time I was here, which was the Anzac Day clash with Mowbray. Here's Falco. He goes line looking for Trimboli and finds him. Trimboli's got time to turn and face. Goes inside to Konstantopoulos. Nyankuru. Here's Koike. He goes line, finds Konstantopoulos. He's able to look inside and can't find Clark, and Boffa ends up with it and goes long, but only as far as Nunn. Nunn's able to get the ball under control and play through Banjak, and he comes wide to Falco. He goes line looking for Trimboli and finds him. Trimboli's wide. A loose touch there from Trimboli, and the ball goes out of play for a Campbelltown throw-in. Gives me a chance to let you know that if you love the game, why not study it? Flinders University now offers degrees in sport, teaching, psychology, social work and more at its new city campus. Apply now for mid-year entry. There's a battle between Nunn and Apia Kubi, and Mullen bursts through the middle and wins it, and he finds Karachi on the far side. Probably sends him a little bit wider than what he wanted. He's up against Harrington, and Harrington wins that and sends it out for a corner. But good play there from Campbelltown, and as to be expected, Alex Mullen bursting through the middle of the park there. As Campbelltown have the corner on the far side, left-footed in-swinger. Goes far post looking for Mullen. Mullen gets there first. Signorello with the punch and cleared by Falco. Only as far as Piscineri. Liam Bruno, he's able to put it back in. Here's Apia Kubi, turns and hits. Blocked again. Eventually cleared, no. It's eventually cleared by Banjak, and Campbelltown unable to make that scramble count. There's certainly a ping-pong effort there, and the ball fell to Apia Kubi twice, and he's unable to get the shot goal bound as it was blocked by FK Beograd. Here's Clark, finds Baselli. Baselli looks for Trimboli, and he's offside. As the FK bench will go do their bit of a warm-up, as the Campbelltown boys are already out as well. Nyankura can't cut that one out, and Graves ends up with it. He goes wide to Liam Bruno, overlapping. Here is Liam Bruno, goes back to Graves. He finds Apia Kubi, but Banjak cuts that one out and goes out for a throw. Then Bruno goes all the way back to Boffa. He's DeSato. He gets it to Liam Bruno with some space. He's able to turn and face forward. He finds Baresi. He looks to flick, but Falco wins that and beats him down the line. Baresi tracks him all the way, does very well, but Falco manages to keep the ball. He goes back to Banjak. And here's Konstantopoulos. He goes inside and finds Trimboli. Trimboli looks for Konstantopoulos, but gives that one away, and that's going to go out right in the corner, but for a throw-in. As we have some other scores, thanks to Monmouth LED for all, and Sportal for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Scorler Eagles 3-0 winners over Garn in the HBG Home State League 2 North. Adelaide Atletico beating Salisbury Inter 2-1 in what is probably a bit of an upset there, as that ball's going to join me in the box. It almost did, and it goes over the fence. And in the HBG Home State League 2 South, Adelaide Uni 5-2 winners over Noarlunga. I will keep you updated as I get more of those results. Here is Cooper Nunn. Clark. Banjak. Finds Falco on the wing. He looks to cross and does get cut out by Graves, and Piscineri looks to release Apia Kubi, but Clark's there to sweep up, and he goes all the way back to Jamie Signorello in goal and does very well. Clark finding himself in not his usual centre back role this season. He's been in and out of the side. He goes long looking for Trimboli. DeSato gets there first, and eventually that goes out for a corner. And no, Tom Brinkworth has said that that is a goal kick. The assistant referee on this near side flagged for a corner, but they've changed their minds. Well, not changed their minds, but Tom's seen something there. But with the going back to Jared Clark, with the injury to Andoni Natsiopoulos, it's allowed him to step into the holding role alongside Neon Kuru. Banjak misses that, and Cooper Nunn wins the first header there on the bounce, and Neon Kuru comes away with it. He's tackled by Baresi, but he comes away with it in the end. And here's Neon Kuru. Falco. He's under pressure quickly from Apia Kubi. Goes all the way back to Signorello, who happily puts his foot through that and goes long. And Campbelltown win the header. As Trimboli was in an offside position. Here's Baresi. Piscineri finds Mullen in some space. He's able to turn and go forward. Here's Apia Kubi. Goes back to Mullen. He hits it. Blocked by FK Beograd, and Koike managed to win the second ball, and he looks to release Boselli. Boffa doesn't quite get it under control the first time and does very well the second. Here's Piscineri. He looks for Karachi in behind, but Harrington cuts that one out.
Behind the ball, set. Boffa, good. Higher. Crazy, hold, wait. Stay in front of him, Joshi. Stay in front, Cubs. Left. Go on, Gracie. Yep, it's gone. Yep. Good as
Konstantopoulos does well to keep that in and win the free kick. Liam Bruno just a little bit over eager there to win it.
Gracie, higher.
Here is Clark with the ball. He goes wide to Nunn. Happy to keep the ball, keep pushing it around, and they'll bring in Banjak, who is playing on the right side of the centre back pairing this evening. He looks for Boselli and finds him. Boselli's a little bit of space, but he's crowded out pretty quickly from Campbelltown, and Campbelltown come away with it and some quick passes, but unfortunately Graves unable to find feet on that last one. Alex Mullen cuts that one out from Niankura, and he weighs up his options, and he finds Karachi down the line. Crotchy gets there, doesn't quite get there first, and Nunn does and clears. Here's Malisi, takes the throw, finds Baresi. FK Beograd win that, but Mullen cleans up and wins a second ball. Campbelltown win another throw on the far side. FK Beograd eventually win the ball inside, just outside their box from that throw, and goes long, and Trimboli forces Boffa to make the decision, and he puts it out for a throw in. And Koike will take it on the far side. Nope, he'll pass it further back and let Harrington take it. He'll go all the way back to Cooper Nunn. And FK Beograd will bring it round through Banjak. Falco. Here's Clark for FK Beograd. Banjak. Falco looks to go line to find Baselli, and Baselli wins it in front of Liam Bruno. He's able to get inside, and Graves wins the ball there with a great challenge. Comes away with it and finds Baresi. Baresi tries to find Karachi, can't, but Apiakubi looks for it and he can't find him either. Clark for FK Beograd is able to get Koike on the ball. Here's Koike running at Malisi. Nyonkuru, great little turn there from Nyonkuru, and he's able to spread the ball, and he comes this side here to Falco. Konstantopoulos looks to beat Liam Bruno and does so. He's held. And then he runs out of space. And it goes out for a goal kick. Campbelltown goes short this time, and DeSato goes long, looking for Baresi, and Falco wins that one. He keeps it in. Weighs up his options and finds Baselli's feet. He loses out to Liam Bruno, and DeSato goes long again, looking for Baresi, and Baresi's able to bring this one down. Here's Graves. Falco again wins it brilliantly from Graves, and then turns and wins the free kick as well. Just over here that they're looking to, Koike will swap sides with Konstantopoulos. Here is Koike looking in behind Liam Bruno, but he cuts it out. Adrian Deloya just getting his wingers to switch, see if either of them can get a little bit more joy on the other side. As Banjak steps forward for the long throw. It is a long throw, very long throw, and Trimboli's up and goes all the way through and cleared eventually by Liam Bruno. And he's released Karachi, and Karachi's able to open his legs, and he goes. He's faced with Harrington. Cuts inside on his left, and it's eventually overhit and cleared by FK Beograd, and Konstantopoulos unable to bring that one under control. As Trimboli's down in the box. Seems to be in a lot of pain. Keep an eye on it. I think it must have been when he came down from the long throw he went up for. Possibly landed awkwardly on his ankle. So keep an eye on that one. But they, FK Beograd, do have two strikers on the bench. Young Riley Stam, back from Adelaide United. They've also got Maxim Ivanic also available. As I look now, Riley Stam's just putting his shin pads on, so if Trimboli can't continue, it looks like he's going to be the likely change. The wind has picked up again here at One Solution Park, as it is still currently 0-0 on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for your indoor and outdoor LED solutions, as we tick over 30 minutes, 33 minutes now. And Trimboli is up and walking, so we'll just keep an eye on that and see how he goes. As the FK Beograd bench just concerned and readying players if needed. As we go back to play, Campbelltown will have the throw on the far side, which will be taken by Malisi. Campbelltown have the ball with DeSato being able to step into the midfield. He looks for Apia Kubin, finds him. Clark challenges him and the ball falls kindly to Brace, who hits it but blocked very quickly by Harrington and Nunn, and it falls through for Signorello to claim easily. So just keep an eye on Trimboli. FK Beograd get the ball moving again. Here's Banjak. Banjak, he goes long, looking for Koike. And eventually, he's taken out the assistant referee as well, with a bit of a push from the Campbelltown player. And everyone seems to be okay. Trimboli is back on him. We'll see how long he lasts. He's hobbling a little bit, but we'll keep a close eye on that, and we'll let you know if Campbelltown will have the throw in their defensive corner. DeSato goes, puts his foot through it, and that goes out. And out onto the street. As a throw, put him under a little bit of pressure, bounced it in front of him, and he had to control it, then hit it. And it allowed Koike to put the pressure on, and here's Banjak with another long throw for FK Beograd. There he goes long, looking for Trimboli. Cleared by Liam Bruno, hit by Clark and hit over and into the dog park behind. Santafanti will take the goal kick and does so short. Here's DeSato, he goes long, looking for Graves. He's up against Banjak and Banjak wins out. Here's Nyankuru, he's dispossessed by Bishaneri. Graves is met by Koike and that's a free kick. Bishaneri get the ball moving quickly. No, he puts it down and moves on. And DeSato will take this one. Here's Piscinari. And Trimboli seems to be moving back to his usual self after the ankle injury scare, but seems to be all right. Trimboli's offside, and eventually the ball goes back to Santafanti, who goes long. And that's high as well and holds up a little bit. Eventually the header is won, but it goes out for a throw-in on the far side, and Malisi for Campbelltown will take this one. He goes long, looking for Karachi. Won by Harrington. Koike gets the head. Mullen comes through with a big head and wins that one as well. And he wins eventually. He's able to get his foot on it and bring it under control, but Harrington is there, cuts it out, but then gives that away. Boffa looks to switch. He looks for Liam Bruno on this near side. It's a foot race between him and Koike gets there first. And he wins the second one as well, and the third one. Graves then gives him a good shove in the back. A bit of a melee in the middle as they call on the trainer. And Graves receives the first yellow card for the evening for that shove in the back on Koike. We move into the 39th minute, the first booking of the evening. And what's a beautiful sunset in the distance. As it is getting colder, as that sun does go down. It was quite a nice day today considering what's to be expected. With the temperature currently around that sort of 16 degrees, but it feels a bit cooler due to that wind. Here's Banjak. He goes long looking for Trimboli, but cut out by Alex Mullen. Baresi wins the flick. Neon Kuru battles and wins the ball, and Harrington goes all the way back to Signorello. He finds Clark short, and then they're able to play out from the back through Nunn. He goes long looking for Koike, but Liam Bruno's going to cut that one out. And here's Graves. Goes inside to Mullen. And Mullen's fouled there by Clark. Here's Boffa. He goes line looking for Apia Kubian. Nunn's there first, and he's able to turn, but he goes inside. Dangerous then, hit by Graves, and it was blocked. Neon Kuru wins that header, and here's Mullen. He finds Piscineri and gets it back, but tackled by Harrington, and Clark comes away with it. Here's Baselli. He finds Harrington. Harrington looks for Trimboli, but that's cut out by Boffa. He finds Mullen, and Mullen looks to release Karachi down that far side. He manages to keep it in. Onto his left, goes inside, looking for Mullen, but cut out by Neon Kuru. And Tom's called the trainer on quickly. He must have seen something there in that challenge. Mullen stayed down on that one. Does look to be possible arm or shoulder injury. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Thumbs up from the trainer, so he will continue. And there will be some time added in this at the end of this first half. We've had a couple of injuries. We've had a head injury, or two head injuries, one to Cooper Nunn and one's Alex Mullen in the same collision. I have this one here as well, and we've also had Koike go down that I can remember, so there'll be at least a couple of minutes of time added at the end of this first half as we do approach half time. Clark gets the ball moving again. Here's Banjak. He moves in to midfield and goes looking for Trimboli. Finds him. He drops it in for Neon Kuru, but Mullen's there. Baresi looks to release Piscineri, and Trimboli goes. Wins the free kick. Dangerous ball there from Trimboli. I think he was looking to go all the way back, but Clark fortunately was there and was able to cut that out before Campbelltown got onto that one. Banjak, he goes to Falco. He looks for Trimboli. Trimboli looks to flick it in behind Liam Bruno for Koike, but Liam Bruno cuts that one out and wins the second ball. And here's Nyankuru. Falco. He goes long looking for Trimboli again. DeSato gets there first. He'll look to let that run out for a goal kick and does so. Santafanti will look to go long here, with only a few minutes left, plus time added. He does go long, looking for Karachi on the far side, and Harrington gets there first. Boffa wins the second one, and Konstantopoulos picks up the loose ball. He can't get past Malisi, but he's got 4 Campbelltown players around him, and Campbelltown eventually come away with it. Here's Malisi. He looks to release Apia Kubi, but overhits that one, and it goes all the way through to Signorello, who's able to then in turn get it out to Banjak on this near side. And FK Beograd will slow it down again, and Campbelltown will allow them the ball in those spaces. Allow the centre backs and the holding midfielder and Clark pick the ball up. Then they'll look to pressure. Here's Baselli, able to find some space. He's had a quiet first half compared to his usual standards. He is just returning from injury. He did come off the bench in the cup midweek against Fulham. FK Beograd ended up winning on penalties 5-4 after a 3-3 after extra time result. Here's Nyankuru. Mullen. Here's Boffa. He goes long, looking for Karachi on the far side. Foot race between him and Harrington wins out. Konstantopoulos loses out to Mullen. Mullen looks to cross and does so. Can't get past Falco though. A good challenge there between Falco and Graves, and Falco wins out. Here's Konstantopoulos. He's going to run, and he does so. He looks inside for Trimboli, but it might fall for him, and almost doesn't. In the end, Santafanti comes out and claims. Here's DeSato. Liam Bruno goes line looking for Bracey and finds him. Bracey met by Falco, but plays inside and does well. Liam Bruno looks for the big switch and finds Karachi on the far side. He's able to bring it under control and look to take on Harrington. He's got Malisi outside of him and finds him. Malisi down the line, cuts it across and cut out by Cooper Nunn for a corner. Good play there from Campbelltown. Able to get the big switch in and find some space on the far side. Campbelltown will look for the left-footed in-swinger on the far side. They will be looking for Alex Mullen, and I dare say they'll go far post. And they go near post, and it goes all the way through, and it almost finds Alex Mullen at the far post in the end. He's able to keep that in. Does very well. Here's Liam Bruno, and cut out by Nyankuru. As we tick over 45 minutes, and we're now into time added. Like I said, there will be at least 2 or 3 minutes of time added after those stopping plays due to injury. Liam Bruno goes looking for Apia Kubi in the box and finds him. He's able to move and almost find some space for a shot, but cleared by Clark, and that will go out just in front of me here. DeSato will look to take quickly and does so. Bracey turns. Koike but not from where it should have been taken from. And Falco will get this one. Out for another throw. Valco with another throw-in for FK Beograd. Right before half-time. They'll happily, both teams I think will be happy to go in at 0-0 and not concede. Here's Koike up against Liam Bruno. Quickly met by Graves as well, and he wins what I thought would have been a throw into FK Beograd. Has gone the other way. Campbelltown with a throw. Goes quickly to Graves. Graves inside to Mullen, but he gives it away to Neonkuru. Neonkuru runs it to Boffa. Goes wide, finds Konstantopoulos, but played behind him. It goes out on the far side for a throw-in. Malisi will take this one on the far side. There can't be too much longer left in this half. And what's been a bit of a... Both teams have had their moments. No real clear cut opportunities. Trimboli, probably one of the best ones who hit over the bar with a 1v1. Well, he 1v1 against the defender and did put it over the bar. And Campbelltown have had a couple of shots that have gone all the way through to Jamie Signorello, but nothing forced him to make a save. And Trimboli's offside there. Great little flick from FK Beograd, but he'd just gone a little bit early. And that is Tom bringing this first half to a close in what, like I said, has been a bit of a topsy-turvy first half. Both teams having some half chances, unable to make any of them count. And thanks to One World LED and Sportal Scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions, we go into the half-time 0-0 here at One Solution Park. Don't go anywhere, as we will be back on the other side of this half-time break with the second half.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Hi, Stephen Curry here. Way too many Australians are seriously injured or die on our roads, and everyone has a right to get home safe every day, no exceptions. Let's champion road safety for all our sakes. Remove distractions, keep your phone out of sight, don't speed, drive tired or under the influence, and talk with friends and family about staying safe on the road. For more info, visit the website, take the pledge and wear a yellow ribbon on yourself or your car to show your support. Let's all stay safe out there.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Shoots and it's gone in! He has shot from the edge of the And he looked to check Magello, and he's done so, and he's made it 2-0. Contender for goal of the week. He noticed Magello off his line, and he's chipped him from about 25 yards out and has taken a 2-0 lead.
Hi, Stephen Curry here. Way too many Australians are seriously injured or die on our roads, and everyone has a right to get home safe every day, no exceptions. Let's champion road safety for all our sakes. Remove distractions, keep your phone out of sight, don't speed, drive tired or under the influence, and talk with friends and family about staying safe on the road. For more info, visit the website, take the pledge and wear a yellow ribbon on yourself or your car to show your support. Let's all stay safe out there.
What I'm excited about, like the most, how we can come together, learn about everybody, because we're not the same, but we're somehow the same.
The community came to government to express their concerns about young people. It is our role to listen and it's our role to act.
There's so many kids wanting to play the game from all walks of life.
African Youth Program was established to help Africans with sport, cultural identity, mentorship.
Having a program that's going to target the African children, given it's their sport of choice, presents a huge opportunity to link participation in football with education, which is a perfect thing.
I think the African Youth Program will be a very inclusive program with different teams, different schools coming to play with us.
It's like a very big opportunity to expand skills, knowledge, and in different areas of life.
Most of the kids will grow from this program to be able to become valuable, positive contributors in our society.
Like a voice to be spoken with and not being scared to show your skills.
This empowerment program has many different aspects to it, and of course sport is one of those, but it's actually really about finding your place in the world.
I think everybody's pushing in the one direction to make sure that we can make a real difference.
It's not just a game, it's a very passionate sport that millions of people around the world love to play. That's what football is.
Ryan with the free kick. Comes off Cameron Woodford's. Oh, what a save. What a save by Cody Ostreich.
Lining up. He's sent into the area. And it's great save there from Woodlands. And we'll give another corner in the end, but
have all 3 points tonight. Although, still possible opportunities. Joy King-Byrne with the header. And Vaughan, I think, had to make that save.
Hit it and does. And it forces a great save from Magetto there and pushes it wide for a corner.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
Has a little bit of space, takes it down nicely and plays a nice sweet ball to Millie Scott. Scott on the run now has a shot and she's beaten her opponent to the far post and opened the score for Metro United. Fine goal by Millie Scott and it's 1-0 in the One World LED Sportal scoreboard. Rushes aside, great, comes out to Hadaj. She finds Mansueto at the far side, she's onside. Nice touch by Mansueto to pass her opponent, she struck that beautifully and Metro United have got themselves back ahead. After some fine work on the far side of Victoria Mansueto, it's 2-1.
Back to Noto again, just putting a ball into the centre. Could this make it number 5? Good save from Lucas.
That ball clipped over for Rojas. The flag has stayed down. Rojas to restore Flinders' lead. Saved. The edge of the penalty area, you would imagine. And the ball might break here. Box! Oh, great save, Jenner. It might still fall for Box.
On the back of the announcement of the celebration of football, Football SA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, which will see 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would the kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with Football SA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club and it's just a win-win for everyone.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Good evening and welcome back to One Solution Park for your round 11 clash in the RAA NPLSA between FK Beograd and Campbelltown. Currently sitting at 0-0 after the first 45 minutes. With only a few chances for either side, as both teams already out and ready to go again. Tom Brinkworth will blow the whistle shortly and Lorenzo Baselli will kick us off. As we've switched around, Campbelltown in, if you just joined us, Campbelltown in all black away kit will be kicking from left to right on the home side. FK Beograd in the red shirt, blue shorts will be kicking from right to left as Baselli gets us underway for this second half. Here's Cooper Nunn, he'll go long and does so, looking for Trinboli. He wins the flick, cleared by Graves and eventually falls to Mullen. He looks to release Karachi on this near side but can't. Did take a deflection which allowed the ball to run on and Campbelltown win the throw. Malisi goes inside to Mullen. Back to Malisi. Goes further inside to Pishinari. Here's Liam Bruno. Goes inside and Nyankuru wins that one. He goes to Trimboli, gets the ball moving again. Here's Koike. Nyankuru to Clark. Clark looks to switch and does so. Here's Konstantopoulos. He's able to get line and looks to beat Karachi. Karachi wins the ball there and does very well. Here's Mullen, flicks it round to Baresi, who in turn tries to get it back to Mullen, and Nyankuru wins that one. Nyankuru seems to win most second balls in the middle of the park for FK Beograd. Here's Koike. Nyankuru. He crosses, looking for Constant, who gets a touch, and it goes wide of Centofanti's upright. With FK Beograd applying the early pressure. So I feel either side get a goal early, it could really change the complexion of this game. It will draw the teams out a little bit, as it was very stop-start and very even in that first half. FK Beograd certainly trying to play football, and here's Apia Kubi. Nunn gets a touch, very important touch, and goes through to Signorello. Campbelltown certainly trying to play faster through midfield and on the break and on that transition, whereas FK Beograd certainly trying to build a little bit more. And you've got the likes of the speed of Apia Kubi and Karachi. And then you've got the ability to score goals of Mullen and Baresi. You sort of try and get that ball moving forward into the box quite quickly. Here's Signorello, happy to take his time. He now looks to spread and find Harrington on this near side, just in front of us here. Here goes line. And Malisi puts that out for a throw-in. Here's Harrington with the throw. He'll go back to Cooper Nunn. All the way back to Signorello. And goal for FK Beograd. And here's Banjak. He'll go long, looking for Koike on that far side. And Centofanti comes out and claims that one. as the weather certainly has gotten a little bit cooler as that sun's disappeared and the wind makes it feel colder, that's for sure. Here's Malisi. He looks for Apiakubi, but cut out by none. Malisi surrounded by FK Beograd players, and Konstantopoulos and Mullen battle it out. And Mullen eventually wins it and goes all the way back to De Soto. Malisi cuts inside and looking for Graves, but he's met by Falco. And now throwing Neon Kuru comes away with the FK Beograd. He looks to release Trimboli, but he not on the same. This player forward for FK Beograd in the end. Centofanti goes along the ground to Baresi. Neon Kuru deemed to have handled the ball. I'm not sure Centofanti meant to hit the ball like that, but it worked out quite well for him in the end. Boffa will get the ball moving again once he works out which is his best option. And he goes long looking for Graves on the far side. He finds Baresi inside and he looks for Karachi. Very difficult to bring that under control, but Karachi does very well. He's surrounded by two players quickly, but then Clark comes through for FK Beograd to win it. Gets a foot in. Here's Apiakubi. Gets past Neon Kuru and then wins the free kick off Banjak just outside the box. About 19 yards out, 19, 20 yards out. Very dangerous position now. Campbelltown will hope to make something of this. Four players over it for Campbelltown. One of them is Piscineri. He steps away. Baresi steps away. That leaves Alex Mullen and Karachi over this one. Right foot of Mullen, the left foot of Karachi, and it is about 18.5 yards.
Anything that pops out there, Alice?
As Signorello sets his wall, 5-man wall. Brinkworth gets him back the required 10. Looks to be Mullen, and he hits it. And Signorello with the diving save to his right pushes it wide, and Niankuru cleans up and puts it out for a throw-in. Good save there from Signorello. First real shot on goal for Campbelltown. It's for Signorello into a tough save, and he's got across well. Here's Baresi and Niankuru battling it out. Niankuru comes away with it. He's tracked by Liam Bruno. Campbelltown end up winning it, and Koike's in the back there, but he gets away with it, and the ball eventually goes out for a throw-in on the far side. And Falco will take this one and get the ball moving again for FK Beograd. Here's Karachi, met by Harrington, and Harrington wins out, and Clark looks to release Konstantopoulos, but he eventually wins it off Malisi, and here's Baselli. He turns and runs. Karachi tracks him down. He looks to release Trimboli and does so. Trimboli looks to cut in on his right, eventually falls to Koike, who hits it, blocked by Liam Bruno. Ball falls out to Falco. Mullen's gone down after that challenge. Niankuru wins the ball back. Here's Clark. Goes wide to Baselli. Finds Koike. Koike looks for Baselli in the return, but cut out and then cleared, and only as far as Piscineri. He's able to clean up inside his own box, and he goes long looking for Apiakubi. He's surrounded by FK Beograd players, but eventually comes away with it. Here's Piscineri looking to release Karachi, and does so inside. He's in the box, cuts in onto his left and hits it, and he's hit the bar. Beating Signorello, all ends up. Here's Mullen, finds Baresi. Mullen hits it, blocked by Nunn. Clark unable to clear. It falls kindly for Neon Kuru. FK Beograd very lucky to get away with that one there, and Karachi did everything right except hit it under the bar. And Campbelltown started in his second half, or stepped into the second half a lot better, and no free kick there, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. Here's Baselli. He runs out of room and goes out of play. And quick update thanks to One World LED and Sportal for your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. In the HPG Home State League 2, have some further results. Port Adelaide Pirates, or Port Adelaide, 2-1 winners over Northern Demons up in Port Pirie. And here's Apia Kubi. He comes back and finds Baresi. Baresi to Piscineri. Piscineri hits it and saved by Signorello. Great effort there from Piscineri, and Signorello up to the task. Campbelltown certainly starting this half the better and putting FK Beograd under a lot of pressure. As Campbelltown have a corner on the far side. FK Beograd are looking to go to their bench. I've called Kristen Konstantopoulos back. In swinger, right footer from the far side. Goes far post. There's Mullen with a free head. And he's put it wide. The player you want on the end of those crosses is Alex Mullen, and he's unable to guide that one inside the post as it trickles past. Bounces past that far post, as all Signorello could do was watch that one. But Campbelltown certainly need to make these chances count. In the HBG Home State League 1, Adelaide Blue Eagles 4-0 winners over Cumberland. Adelaide Cobras ended up beating Cove 2-1. I think the goal may have been disallowed. Here's Clark. He loses out, but Nyankuru wins it back. And Tom Brinkworth finds a free kick there. And there is the argument that Graves is already on a booking. And he was late on that challenge. Whether or not Brinkworth deems that to be a bookable offence, or if it's just a chat knowing that he is on a yellow, and it is just a bit of a chat. So Graves has as FK Beograd do make that change, and that change is going to be Jared Clark making way for Kristen Konstantopoulos. And they're taking off the player that has been booked in that first half, who we just had a speaking to. Graves is going to make way for what looks to be Anthony Piscineri. That'd be a like-for-like swap for Campbelltown. That'd be interesting to see how FK Beograd set up now with Clark coming off, Konstantopoulos coming on, whether he'll just be a straight swap or they'll push him into an 8 sort of role, a box-to-box midfielder, and just drop Nyankuru back a little bit deeper into the holding role. Here's Jason Konstantopoulos. Harrington, he switches to Banjak. He in turn goes wider to Falco on the far side, who's taken the armband from Clark. He crosses looking for Trimbolian. Boffa with a great touch there, very important touch. And that goes out for a throw-in on this near side.
Good, Joshy, just hold the end for a bit, yeah?
And Harrington will take this throw. And back to the HBG Home State League 1. Sturt did beat Salisbury 3-1. South Adelaide 4-0 winners over Pontians. A 0-0 draw between West Adelaide and Fulham. And there is a game that's kicked off 20 minutes ago, which was Vipers and Adelaide Olympic. HBG Home State League 2 North. Gawler beat Garn 3-0. Adelaide Atletico 2-1 over Salisbury Inter. Port over Northern Demons 2-1. And Mowbray Vista Elizabeth Grove kicked off at 5:15. So they'll only probably just be at half time now. In this REA NPLSA, Adelaide City 2-1 over Raiders. Adelaide United 1-0 over Mowbray. Adelaide Comets 1-0 over Playford. As Konstantopoulos will in-swing this one from this side, near side. He goes near post and it goes out for a goal kick. Very disappointing in the end. And in this game here, currently 0-0 as we approach the hour mark. And there is one more game tonight. North East Metro Stars will take on Para Hills at TK Shutter Reserve at 7:30. Campbelltown getting forward. I can't find Karachi. Cut out. Here's Mullen. Barasi finds Liam Bruno. Here's Piscineri. Anthony. He switches looking for Malisi. Does well to keep, almost does well to keep that in. Eventually gives a throw away. And in the Adelaide Vipers Olympic game, 20 minutes in, that is currently 0-0. And that's all thanks to One World LED and Sportal for your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Harrington will go as long as he can and looks for Konstantopoulos, and Malisi wins the header. It's out for another throw in. Looking for Trimboli. Battle between him and Boffa, and Trimboli wins that one. And the fact that he wins the throw off Boffa. Harrington looked to find Konstantopoulos. He finds Baselli. He's able to turn and find Trimboli. Cut out by Liam Bruno, but he finds Piscineri and he goes all the way back to Centofanti, who goes long. Banjak wins that and gets his header out to Falco. Here's Neon Kuru. He looks for Baselli, but cut out by Adam Piscineri. He turns and finds Barasi. Barasi's able to turn. He's going to go wide looking for Liam Bruno on the far side and finds him. Liam Bruno on the left. And he sends that goal bound, but sends it wide. And it's out for another goal kick. Jamie Signorelli will look to take this goal kick. He goes short to Banjak on the far side. He in turn finds Falco further down the line. There's a lot of space there, and Trimboli's able to find some space. There's a big gap between the midfield and the defence. Here's Koika on the far side. He's able to cross and does so, looking far post for Baselli. Baselli hits a volley. He can't control that volley as well as he did last week or the week before, and he sends that one into the car park, and I think that might even go down the street. But great opportunity there for FK Beograd. But there's a big gap between the defence and the midfield there, which allowed Trimboli to get some space and eventually play Koike down the line. Centofanti will go long and does, looking for Apia Kubi, but Cooper Nunn gets there first. Straight to Boffa. Boffa then clears and back to Nunn. A bit of a head tennis at the moment. Barasi eventually able to put his foot on it. Turns Neon Kura and finds Piscineri. Adam. He finds Karachi down the line. Karachi can keep it in. Can he cross? Cuts in onto his left. He goes, crosses in, looking for Apia Kubi, but cleared by Banjak and then further by Koike. Here's Pishinari, who wins the free kick from Koike. This time about 25 yards out from goal, just on a slight angle. So it looks to be Karachi will take this one with his left. Just being told to wait for the whistle, which will allow FK Beograd to set up their wall. Tom getting them back the required distance. As that wind seems to pick up, but it's windy on this level. Standing here on the scaff, but back to the game. Karachi with the left foot in swinger. Goes far post looking for Mullen. Cleared only into a dangerous area, and eventually the ref finds a free kick, and FK Beograd will be able to relieve the pressure. Signorello goes long, picked up by Karachi, plays inside to Anthony Pishinari. He then finds Karachi in the box. Karachi on the right, hits it, goes across, and it's gone in! It's gone in off Falco. I think Falco got the last touch there and deflected that past Signorello for Campbelltown to take the lead in the 65th minute. Thanks to One World LED in Sport for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. And the Campbelltown pressure applied in this second half has eventually paid off. Karachi using his speed to get down that line. He's put in a dangerous ball, and Falco getting a foot to it, but only able to push it into the goal past Jamie Signorello. FK Beograd now all the work to do to get themselves back into this game. We get the game underway again. Campbelltown with the 1-0 lead. This RAA NPLSA round 11 clash. Here's Anthony Pishinari, who hits it from a long way out, and he's hit that just wide. He had Signorello worried as he threw himself across the goal to get to that one, but just went wide. And if you love the game like I do, why not study it? Flinders University now offers degrees in sport, teaching, psychology and social work, and more at its new city campus. Apply now for mid-year entry. As Karachi wins the free kick off Harrington, and that ball is going to go over my head and down the street. As FK Beograd will need to raise the intensity of this game to get themselves back into it. Campbelltown leave it all and allow Boffa to come across to take it. And he goes into the box looking for Baresi. Signorello's there, and that almost sails over his head. And he claims that one. He gets the ball moving through Banjak. Banjak looks for Koike, but he's beaten to it by Liam Bruno. Here's Baresi. Looks for Liam Bruno, but Koike does well. Eventually goes the line looking for Baselli. Trimboli's there. Trimboli holds it up, and he wins the free kick on the halfway line on the far side. As we do have a goal in the Adelaide Vipers Adelaide Olympic game being played at Apex Stadium. And Adelaide Vipers have taken a 1-0 lead over Olympic. Here's Falco on the far side. Koike goes inside, it gives it away to Baresi. Tries to win it back. Here's Pishinari, Adam, to his brother Anthony. Liam Bruno. There's a big shirt pull, and Liam Bruno wins the free kick from Trimboli. And Centofanti will step up to take this one. As the wind has seemed to have picked up a little bit, it's gotten a little bit cooler. Centofanti, he goes long, looking for Baresi. Nunn wins that one, only as far as Karachi. He's able to get it to Piscineri. He can't find Apia Kubi. Does eventually. He turns and hits it. Signorello down to his right-hand side to make the save. Campbelltown certainly got the upper hand in this second half. Here's Koike. He's able to turn, but Liam Bruno closes him down very quickly, and here's Apia Kubi. Brings that under control. As Campbelltown will look to go to their bench, as do FK Beograd. That ball's long, looking for Apia Kubi, and Signorello's out early to take that one. Here's Konstantopoulos. He's bundled off the ball, no free kick in the box. Here's Cooper Nunn. As Campbelltown will look to bring on Bracci, wearing the number 2. So next out there will be a sub, at least one, and that's when it is now, with that ball out on the far side, and it looks to be Malisi making way. And FK Beograd are also going to go to their bench, and it'll be a straight swap there. And it looks like Harrington making way for Marcus Orchard. And that'll be a straight swap, like for like, left back for left back. And Koike makes way on the far side for Ivanic, who will go straight into the middle of the park, straight up front, and I dare say Trimboli will move out to the left-hand side. We'll wait and see what happens there. I will confirm that. Good shift there from Malisi. And the throw was won by Campbelltown on the far side. That ball still in on that far side. That Piscineri, Anthony keeping the ball very well there, and eventually his pass is cut out. Me and Bruno will take the throw on the far side. With that change for FK Beograd, they've also pushed Baselli out of the middle and into this sort of left wing role, and push both Konstantopoulos boys into the midfield. Long throw met by Banjak. Liam Bruno knocks that forward to Apia Kubi, who brings it under control, but Banjak wins that challenge, and Baselli gets there and feels the pain of that one. And here's Konstantopoulos. He faces DeSato. He finds Konstantopoulos on the far side. He hits it across, cut out by Mullen, kept in by DeSato. And here's Chris Konstantopoulos on the ball. He crosses, looking for Trimboli. Trimboli with the flick, and he sent that one just wide of the far post. Alex Mullen there with the block in the first instance. Incredible tracking there from Alex Mullen. Showing his leadership skills there and leading by example. Able to track all the way back, get the block in. And Anthony Trimboli just unlucky there with his header going past the far post. That leaves Centofanti to take this goal kick. He goes long, looking for Baresi. Cooper Nunn wins that one, and Ivanic wins the second ball. Cooper Nunn going long, looking for Orchard. Cut out by Boffa. Out for a throw. Marcus Orchard will take that and goes to Baselli. Baselli finds Ivanic. He's dispossessed. Baresi comes away with it for Campbelltown. He looks to find Apia Kubi in behind, and he's on his bike and he gets there. Can he keep it in? He does. He's met by Banjak. He gets inside, he gets into the box. Cuts back in onto his left, cuts it across. Unable to hit by Mullen. Anthony Pictionary unable to put it goal bound, but Alex Mullen coming in late, hits that over the bar and into the dog park. And FK Beograd lucky to get away with that one. Apia Kubi got on the wrong side of Banjak. Here's Cooper Nunn, he finds Konstantopoulos. Nunn back to Signorello. Out to Banjak on the far side. FK Beograd happy to keep the ball at the moment. As we tick over 75 minutes. Here's Banjak, who'll step up and does so. He looks to find Konstantopoulos in behind. Almost does, and Centofanti comes out high. He drops it. And Tom Brinkworth calls the free kick. Centofanti just feeling the effects of that fall. Centofanti will look to go long. Sends all his players forward. Looking for Baresi. Baresi wins the header. As far as Konstantopoulos, he can't get it to Trimboli. Neon Kuru picks up the second ball, but then it's dispossessed, and Pictionary comes away with it. He finds Carocci on this near side against Orchard. He'll look to cut in on his left. Goes outside. Surrounded by 3 FK Beograd players, and eventually wins the throw. Second half for Carocci has been very impressive second half. Campbelltown have certainly been the better side in this second half. He finds Apia Kubi with the throw. Here's Carocci, who swipes across that one and sends that out for a goal kick. Campbelltown certainly started the second half better, continued that and got their goal, got their reward. FK Beograd really have to lift their game to get something out of this game. Here's Ivanic. He's able to find Orchard down this left-hand side. Goes back to Neon Kuru. Neon Kuru looks to switch. Finds Konstantopoulos, but Liam Bruno's there. Liam Bruno's away. He looks for Baresi, but cut out by Cooper Nunn. As Baresi runs into Nunn, and everyone's claiming for a free kick, but nothing in it. Here's Neon Kuru. He looks for Ivanic. He looks for a touch to Constant, but Bracci gets there first. Trimboli eventually picks it up, but can't keep it. Banjak's pass is cut out by Campbelltown. Here's Anthony Pictionary. He looks for Carocci again down this side. And Orchard's happy to see that one over the line. That's certainly Campbelltown's out ball. as we get the game underway with a goal kick again. Cooper goes to Jamie Signorello, who in turn goes to Banjak on the right-hand side of that centre-back pairing. Here's Falco, further afield. That doesn't have the forward options. Here's Nyankuru, able to turn. Apia Kubi pressures him, but Nyankuru comes away with it. He goes to Nunn. Nunn finds Orchard this near side. He goes back to Nunn, leaves it short. And a challenge there from Nunn. He certainly felt that one. Orchard goes long, finds Konstantopoulos, but one there by Anthony Piscineri. He finds Baresi. Baresi always seems to find himself having time. Even when he's surrounded, he's so calm on the ball. Here's Liam Bruno. Piscineri finds Baresi on the far side. Draws the foul from Falco. And we'll slow the game down again as we approach the 80th minute mark. As FK Beograd look to go to the bench for their final time this evening with Stam and Borghetto. They first have to deal with this free kick. Looks like Anthony Piscineri to take. As he swings it in, goes far post, looking for Mullen. Banjak wins it. Very well done there. Ivanic able to clean up. Mullen swipes at him and brings him down, and he's going to get booking for that one. That's a second yellow for the evening. First one was to Graves, who has since been replaced. As FK Beograd are going to their bench and going to take Anthony Trimboli off, who's had a hard-working game with no reward. So Stam will partner Ivanic up to top, and the other player to come off is Jason Konstantopoulos. So Borghetto will go to that right-hand side of midfield. No, he's gone all the way to the other side. He's actually on the left. But certainly going attack. Ivanic, Stam, Boselli and Borghetto almost playing as a front four. Here's Cooper Nunn. He goes out to Banjak. He looks for Stam and finds him. Stam's first touch for the evening. Finds Konstantopoulos, goes back to Ivanic. Here's Nyankuru. Here's Ivanic. Plays in Stam but can't get the ball in front of him. And Campbelltown clear. Here's Anthony Piscineri. Goes line looking for Apia Kubi, who turns but runs out of room on that far side. With less than 10 minutes to go. Campbelltown still with substitutions to be made. Here's Stam, cut out by Bracci. He goes back to Centofanti, who takes a touch and goes long, deals with that very well. And Banjak, with a great header there, finds Falco on the far side. Falco finds Ivanic. Here's Konstantopoulos. He chips it in looking for Borghetto, but he can't get there, and Centofanti comes out and drops on it. Centofanti, he goes long, looking for Baresi. Orchard's going to happily let that bounce out of play for a throw. We'll get the ball moving again and go back to Cooper Nunn. Campbelltown with windows still to make changes. They've only made their two, both in singles, so they've got one left. Here's Borghetto. Up against Karachi. Boselli. Nyankuru. He can run into space and does. Looks to switch and find teammate on that far side. Looks like Ivanic cuts inside and finds Falco. He looks to find Konstantopoulos, but cut out by Alex Mullen. Baresi, Apiakubi. Under pressure from Falco, and they give it away, and here's Konstantopoulos. Falco. And that's a free kick from Adam Piscineri. And he's also booked for that challenge. And FK Beograd will now have the chance to set something up and send something into the box, as all the tall timber from the back goes to the front. Looks like Konstantopoulos will take this one. Kristen, as Jason has made way. He will look likely to go far post. And he does. There's none with the head, but he can't get there. Banjak, he's able to put it back in to the far post, and there it is. Great save from Centofanti onto the bar. Here's Baselli, blocked. Great save there from Centofanti, still in play. Falco drills it across. And eventually Campbelltown clear, only as far as Konstantopoulos. That's better pressure from FK Beograd. And the assistant referee on the far side has called for a free kick. Another dangerous free kick here for FK Beograd, but Centofanti with an absolute cracking save there, able to push the header onto the bar. And then his defence helps him and clears the danger. Konstantopoulos will take this one on the far side, and all the tall timber stay forward. They'll look to put the pressure on again. And he swings this one in, central. And it's gone all the way through to Banjak again. He's at the far post. He dinks this one into the far post, and Orchard wins it, and it's straight through to Centofanti, who's happily drops on that one. As we approach the last 4 minutes of this game, plus any time added. There'll certainly be at least a couple of minutes for all the substitutions. Here's Centofanti. He'll look to go long, and does. That's going to go out of play for a throw, and Baresi will chase it down, but gives up pretty quickly. Cooper Nunn will take the throw quickly, and does. Finds Neon Kuru. FK Beograd now really having to apply the pressure to make something happen. Here's Banjak. He gives the ball away looking for Falco, and it goes out for a throw on the far side. This will have a big impact for Campbelltown if they do get the 3 points, as it will send them 1 point above FK Beograd. As Campbelltown will go to the bench for their third substitution, which would be their last one, as this will be their last window. Here's Ivanic. Here's Konstantopoulos. Orchard, he goes back inside to Neon Kuru. He's got plenty of space. He'll go wide to Falco on the far side. He'll cross and does so, looking for Stam. Stam can't get there, but Borghetto comes in at the far post and cleared by Braccioni as far as Konstantopoulos. And then Alex Mullen puts his boot through it, and that sends it all the way forward to Jamie Signorello. Here's Cooper Nunn. He looks for Ivanic with a push in the back, and he's going to give a free kick away there, and it's going to be a chance for Campbelltown to make their final substitution. Bring on Wood. In replace of the hard-working Josh Baresi. And he's going to go up top, straight through the middle. And up here, Kubi. It's going to go out wide. So fresh legs to pressure the defence, and that's all Campbelltown substitutions, as they've made 3 subs, all singles, which means they've got no more windows available. Pacelli wins that, and then Liam Bruno comes through. Here's Apia Kubi, Mullen. DeSato goes long, looking forward, but that's over the line from Banjak, and he takes the throw early to Cooper Nunn. And we'll look to get the ball moving again quickly. Here's Falco on the far side. He goes line looking for Ivanic. He's muscled off the ball by Liam Bruno. As we approach 90th minute. Will only be time added, minute plus time added. We'll expect at least 2 to 3 minutes of time added. Campbelltown able to get forward. Blocked by Konstantopoulos, and Mullen puts his foot through that, and they've asked Wood to chase it. Signorello comes out with his head, wins that one. Banjak further, and as far as Mullen though, here's Anthony Piscineri. He gets away from Nyankuru and plays it back to Bracci. Bracci goes wide to Karachi. Karachi looks to be awkward down the line and cuts onto his left. He goes inside and finds Alex Mullen in some space. Alex Mullen looks to find Apia Kubi and then breaks into the box and cleared by Nunn. Here's Bracci. He turns on the line, the ball stays in, beats Borghetto. Here's Bracci, he finds Wood. Wood finds it, gives it back to him. Here's Alex Mullen, able to slow it down. Here's Liam Bruno, finds Apia Kubi. Falco goes long, but cut out by Adam Piscineri. And wins the free kick. As we do move into time added. So we've got at least 3.5 minutes left remaining of this game. So there was 4 minutes of time added. DeSato will go long, trying to get into the corner. Falco cuts that one out, finds Ivanic. Liam Bruno gets there first and then just knocks that long out for a goal kick. No, sorry, throw in on the far side. Wasn't able to keep that in. Here's Banjak. Goes across to Cooper Nunn. Cooper Nunn's got plenty of time to get forward. He goes long, looking for Stam. Stam up against Boffa. Boffa wins out. Karachi able to get the second ball and knock that further forward, and Nyankuru up against Wood, but Banjak knocks that further forward, and Stam can't quite win the flick. And Konstantopoulos has won the free kick there. Campbelltown bench really asking how that's a free kick for FK Beograd. Konstantopoulos gets to his feet and he'll look to take this one. And this is probably the last roll of the dice for FK Beograd to get something out of this game. Konstantopoulos will look to go far post and does, looking for the tall timber. Centofanti comes out and punches. And an assistant on the far side, flags for offside. And Campbelltown will look to slow this right down now.
Make sure it's wide, not straight. Get it wide.
As you can probably hear, that's the goalkeeper coach from Campbelltown telling Centofanti to get the ball high and wide, and he does so. Looking for Apia Kubi, he wins the header. Barney Wood chases that down and goes back to Signorello, and he goes long, stands up against Boffa. Boffa wins out. Here's Orchard, he goes with the head as well, but Boffa comes through again. Apia Kubi finally able to get the ball on the ground. He plays in Alex Mullen. FK Beograd unable to get the ball, and Nyankuru gives away the free kick, which is what they didn't need at this stage of the game. There looks to be another 2 minutes of time added. As we, thanks to One World LED and Sportal Scoreboard for your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Half time at Adelaide Vipers and Olympic. Adelaide Vipers leading 1-0. Just as it is here, 1-0 between FK Beograd and Campbelltown. As Falco brings that under and loses out, and the ball goes out of play on the far side for a throw. Croce will chase that down, but I don't think he'll get there. And that, Tom Brinkworth brings the game to an end with Campbelltown winning 1-0 thanks to an own goal by Falco. Unfortunately for FK Beograd, just unable to get that one back. And with that result, it puts FK Beograd down to 5th on the table and Campbelltown up to 4th. With Adelaide United winning and Adelaide City winning today, they both go up to 20 points. Metro Stars to play tonight at 7:30. So when you finish watching this, get yourself a break and then head over and watch Metro Stars take on Para Hills in the RAA NPLSA. Thanks for joining me this evening. Tune in for the next game on the FSA League's YouTube channel. Catch us on the One Game at a Time podcast during the week if you want to catch up on what else happened around the leagues. But that is all from me, Mark Talbot. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and we'll see you on the next one.